on this special occasion of Janmashtami. We have been discussing since yesterday the Leela of the Lord appearance in this world. Yesterday we read from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, when Lord Krishna appeared to Devaki and Vasudeva in Kamsa's prison, jail. He appeared not as an ordinary child, but in an extraordinary way, with Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, displaying his full Narayana form, Vishnu form. And later, he instructed Vasudeva that please take me to Gokul and place me in Nanda Maharaja's house. He gave this instruction. So we discussed how Vasudeva, he did not argue with Krishna that, oh, you are the Supreme Lord. You have come with Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Why don't you go yourself? Vasudeva did not ask Krishna that you know about our previous life. That in the previous life, I was Kashyapa, Devaki was Aditi. And previous to previous life, we were Sutapa and Prishni. So you know so much about us. Don't you know where is Nanda Gokul? So why don't you go? So we were discussing, even though Krishna is Supreme Lord and he appears for various reasons, he himself doesn't do all those things. Today's verse where Krishna says why he appears. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. Dharma samsthapanarthaya. He's saying 3 reasons. To protect devotees and to annihilate miscreants and to establish dharma. Dharma samsthapana sambhavami. In Sanskrit, ami means referring to the first person. Is referring to himself. Ami. Sambhava. Bhava means appear or come. Sambhavami, I myself come. Yuge yuge, every yuga I come. But very interestingly, you can see, Krishna is saying that I have come to establish Dharma. And the biggest war to establish Dharma was the Kurukshetra war. To establish Dharma, the biggest war was Kurukshetra war. But Krishna has taken the oath or a vow, pratignya, saying, in this war, I will not pick up even single weapon. You know, when Arjun and Duryodhana they go to Krishna, to Dwaraka and ask Krishna, please come and join us, help one of our party. So Krishna said, see, I have made one decision. What is that? I am not going to pick up even a single weapon and fight. I will not fight. And I am not going to kill anybody. I am not going to fight. I am not going to pick up weapon. But here Krishna is saying, for Dharma Samsthapana I have come. So Krishna is saying, he comes to establish Dharma, but he is not going to fight. So it looks very contradicting. Krishna is saying that I have come to establish Dharma, but he is saying I will not fight, I will not use any weapon, I will simply be there. Then what is this? What are you speaking? It is like you come and you tell, so I have come to, pass this exam. I want to become an engineer. But I will not write any exam. I am not going to attend any class. I am not going to study any syllabus. And I will not write any exam. But I have come here to become an engineer. So it looks, conflicting. How is it possible? And rather than Krishna fighting and doing all these things which he himself is saying, he is asking Arjuna to do that. He is again throughout Bhagavad Gita, he is saying, Arjuna, you fight, you fight, you fight. You have come to establish Dharma, you do your work, no? Why you are asking someone else to do that? It is like I have come to become an engineer, I am telling someone else, why don't you study, why don't you study? Why don't you go to exam? Why don't you go to class? Why don't you write exam? What is this? You have come to do that. Why don't you do that? Like yesterday we discussed, Krishna has come. He's saying that I want to protect Devaki and Vasudeva. And now he's telling you only take me. Vasudeva's hands and legs were chained. And he was inside the prison house. How will he go outside? How will he do all these things? So actually, if you carefully see, it's very difficult to understand how God works. So today, on this special occasion of Janmashtami, we will pray to Krishna to understand this secret, how God works. Because His working is very mysterious. We are not able to understand. He's saying Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami, and He's not fighting. He's simply sitting in chariot. So how He works? So we also see, interestingly, in Srimad Bhagavatam, when the number of demons increased in this world, Bhudevi, she went and requested Brahmadeva. See, so many demons have increased on the planet Earth. They have become burden on me. So please protect me. And also so many other Devatas like Indra, Agni, Vayu, Varuna, so many Devatas. They also came and complained to Brahma that they're all torturing us, these Asuras, Rakshasas, they're torturing us. Please help us. So then they all went to Kshira Sagara and they offered Purusha Sukta prayers. And then the Lord told that He will appear for what? Bhubhara Harana. Bhubhara Harana. To remove all the unnecessary people on the planet Earth who are creating a lot of disturbance. So for that, I'm going to appear. That's what Krishna said. And Krishna also told, Narayana also told, that all the Devatas also should appear for that. He didn't say that, I will come and I will do all the work and you all sit and watch the fun. He didn't say like that. He said, I will come for Bhubhara Harana. I will protect all of you. But for that, all the Devatas also should appear in the Yadava dynasty. You should all appear to assist me. Oh, is the Lord not capable of doing His work? He is asking all the Devatas to come and assist Him? No, that is not the way God works. God is all capable. He's all powerful. But still is asking, like in this war, He is asking Arjuna to fight. And especially in the 11th chapter, there are total 18 chapters in Bhagavad Gita. In the 11th chapter, it is called Vishwarupa Darshana. In the Vishwarupa Darshana, Krishna is showing so powerful He is. He's so powerful by seeing that Arjuna is completely lost his composure. He said, I've never seen this powerful form of Krishna. It is like somebody is coming and telling you, you ask me any question from any subject and you ask and tuck, he is giving answer. That means you know everything. But he is saying, I will not write exam. What is this going on? Krishna is saying, I am God. I have come to establish Dharma. And he is also showing his God power in the 11th chapter, Vishwarupa Darshana. But he says, I am not going to fight. At the same time, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Narayana is saying, I will come and do Bhubhara Harana, but all of you should go and take birth, Devatas. Same thing happened when Ravana was making so much disturbance in this world. Again, all the Devatas, they went and prayed to Lord. So the Lord said, okay, I will come, but all of you also should come and take birth in the Vanara dynasty. You should all take birth as Vanaras. So Indra became Vali, Surya became Sugriva, Chandra became Angada, Brahma became Jambavan. Like this, every Devatas came, they had to come. Some other time when Bali Maharaj was, attacking Swargaloka and so much was going on. So that time they all again went and prayed to Lord, my dear Lord, please come and protect us. Lord said, okay, fine, no problem. But now you should go talk to those Rakshasas and make them agree for Samudra Manthan. And you should all go and bring the, Meru Parvata to churn. So Lord only can bring, Meru Parvata. Or Lord only can directly give the nectar. Because Lord is all powerful. Why in all these instances, One more instance is that the great demon Vritrasura. Vritrasura, in Srimad Bhagavatam 6th canto you read, there's one very big demon called Vritrasura. He was creating so much disturbance. So again all the demigods, Devatas, they went and prayed, Lord, please come and protect. So what did Lord do? He said, you go to, there is one sage called Dadichi Rishi. Take his backbone, make Vajrayudha, and then fight with Vritrasura. So why every time Krishna is giving the work to others, he is not doing? He's not doing that work. So if you watch all these things, if you carefully understand, you will understand how God works and what he expects from all of us to do. And when we understand that, then you will be able to appreciate the appearance of Lord Krishna on Janmashtami. What is the way God works? Right? So Prabhupada mentions this, that when Krishna showed Vishwarupa, Arjuna didn't say, oh, you're God, you have so much power, why don't you fight and I will sit and smoke some ganja and bhangi like that. I'll become lazy. Because God will do everything. So I will sit, simply watch. God is all powerful. That is not the way. So how God works is, actually God can work directly, and can God also work indirectly through his devotees. And generally, in most of the leelas, the pastimes you see, God works through others, through his devotees. In Kurukshetra, Krishna is working through Arjun. Right? So like that, you see so many ways Krishna works. When God came as Lord Ram, he made the Vanaras to build the bridge. The same Rama told that Varuna Deva that if I want in 1 minute I will dry up your ocean. So you dry up, no, why you made everybody, Papa, unnecessarily build the bridge so that everybody can easily walk and go? Why are you giving work every time to others? Why don't you do? So it's a very important thing that how Krishna works, right? Actually, the purpose of Krishna is not so much, the purpose of the God is not to so much establish that he is God, he is great, and glorify himself. That happens, anyway that happens. But that is not the primary purpose. That is not the main purpose. The main purpose of God, why he comes, is actually to glorify his devotees. To glorify his devotees he comes. To show how great the devotees are. So much love Krishna has got for his devotees. He wants to glorify them. He wants to show them how special people they are. So for that, he creates all these opportunities. All these opportunities, right? So always God's plan will work. Always, finally, God's plan only will work. But God expects you to become part of his plan. God expects us to become part of his plan. That is why you see end of the Bhagavad Gita. What is Arjuna's plan in the Bhagavad Gita first chapter? In the first chapter, what was the plan of Arjuna? He said, I don't want to fight. This is my plan. My plan is I don't want to fight. But the end of the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is saying, Karishye vachanam tava. I will do whatever you want me to do. Now I will fight for you. So this is what Krishna wants all of us to do. We all have our own plans. I have a plan to become a rich man in this world. I have a plan to become very famous in this world. I have a plan to become on Miss Universe, Mr. World, or on Bollywood celebrity, or something like this. I have my own plan. So God should become part of my plan. So that is our agenda. God should become part of my plan. So this is not actually Bhagavad Gita philosophies. Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, I have a plan and I want you to become part of my plan. And that's what you see in Srimad Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharata. All the great devotees, They are becoming the part of Krishna's plan, God's plan. Not that we want God to become part of my plan. I have some bogus materialistic plan and it should happen like this, it should happen like that, and all those things. So God should become part of my plan. No, that is not the way it works. So this is very interesting, that why Krishna works through his devotees. It is because Lord gives an opportunity for his devotees to become purified. Krishna gives an opportunity for his devotees so that they become purified by serving the Lord. And also because his love towards his devotees, he wants the devotees to take the credit. He wants them to take the credit. So for this two reasons, Krishna does not work things directly. And if you want to become instrument in the plan of God, now you understood, we all understood how God works. Like Krishna came, now he is asking Vasudeva to carry him. Krishna came, in the Kurukshetra, he is asking Arjuna to fight. He is asking all the Devatas to become Vanaras in Ramayana. He is asking all the Devatas to become the Yadavas in the Mahabharata. Right? So we see all these things. So if you also want to become part of God's plan, then we need to understand how that happens. How can I become part of Krishna's plan? How can I become part of Krishna's plan? It's very, very important. So generally, you see, the teachings of Bhagavad Gita is that Krishna says, Manmana Bhava Mad Bhakto, become my devotee. Love me, become my devotee. So when we say, okay, you see Arjuna has got so much love for Krishna. You see all the devotees, they've got so much love for Krishna, right? So only then you become part of God's plan. When I have so much love for myself, I'm expecting God to become part of my plan. But when you love God, you want to become part of God's plan. So when we say that I love God, I love Krishna, there are two things in the love. When you say I love anybody, whether it is God or XYZ, anybody, whoever it is, I love this person, there are two things in the love. One is what you give to the person whom you love. When you say I love this person, something you are giving, no, to that person. I love this person, so I am giving this. So this we can easily understand. Whenever you say, oh, I love this person, I want to give something to this person because I love this person so much. Father loves son, daughter, so he wants to give his property. Mother loves the son, daughter, so she wants to cook something, so you want to give. It's very natural to understand anywhere. Whomever we love, we want to give. Oh, I love you so much, so I am giving you this diamond ring. I'm giving you this rose flower. I'm giving you this. Giving is very, very common in love. But what is not common that we understand today is that if you love somebody, it is not just giving, it is what you give up for that person. What you give up. Giving is only 50%. Giving up means stop something for that person. That is also love. So let us understand. For example, you go to people and say, oh, Janmashtami has come. Do you like Krishna? Yes, we like Krishna very much. So Janmashtami has come. So do you love Krishna? You like Krishna? I want to give something for Krishna. People say, I want to give some donation. I want to give some flowers. I want to give some fruits. All those things they give. That's very nice. That's great. But that's very easy. Just give. Now, giving is over. But what can you give up for Krishna? What can you give up? That's what in all this pastime you will see now. You will understand now. Arjuna loves Krishna. But can he give up something for Krishna? What Krishna is expecting him to give up? Krishna expects Arjuna to give up his attachment to Bhishma, his attachment to Drona, his attachment to family members. He's saying that they're all my family, how can I do? So that you should give up. If you really love me, you should give up that. Like during Prabhupada's time, even now also, there are many people who easily give donation. Oh, ISKCON Krishna will give donation. That's possible. But can you give up your sleeping for Krishna and get up early in the morning? That is called giving up. Okay, I'll give you donation. I'm eating meat. I consume meat. I have meat. Can you give up that? That is more difficult than just giving money. I'll just give you some 10,000 rupees money and say thank you, Hare Krishna, and go over. That's all. But if I now ask you, give up eating meat. You see, Prabhupada asked all his disciples in the Western world, their only food is meat eating. That is the only food. Not like India, we have a lot of vegetarian items like that. And they all gave up that. Giving up is more difficult than giving something. You can give money and go away. You don't have to do anything. But giving up, right? No meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication. I can give you donation, 1 lakh rupee donation, and I can go to some bar and I can drink some alcohol. That's only one part. I gave, but I'm not giving up anything. Can you give up? Krishna says to Arjuna, can you give up all your family attachment for me? So in the beginning, Arjuna is saying it's very difficult. That's why he's saying, I cannot fight. But when Krishna told him that I want you to love me, and in love, out of love, you should give up something for that. And that giving up is called sacrifice. What is that called? Sacrifice. Renunciation or tyaga. Sacrifice. Can you sacrifice for me? Can you sacrifice for me? Giving, so many people are giving. Krishna knows that. So many people are giving. But there are very few people who can sacrifice for Krishna. And that's what you see in all. Now who is Indra? Indra is the king of heaven. So now Krishna is asking him, you become a monkey. If you really love me, if you really do devotion to me, you become a monkey. Oh God, it's so difficult to digest. I'm the king of heaven. And Krishna is asking in Ramayana, you become a monkey, you become Vali. And who is Brahma? Brahma is the topmost boss. He's like a CEO. He's the main person who manages the whole world. And Krishna is asking him, you become Jambavan. You become one bear. You're asking them to become such animals. And they're all very, very great people. It is like when big CEO, big minister comes on Janmashtami, let's say for darshan, and we tell you stand in the chappal counter and do seva. You wash everybody's plate. See, so many people are eating, they're leaving their plate and going, wash that. Everybody cannot handle this. They will say, I will give you donation. Or I'll give you something else. But I cannot give up my ego, my prestige, my name, fame, my power, position. All these things I cannot do. So you can clearly see there are people that don't want to give anything to Krishna. They have no love for Krishna. But there are people, they come to the point of giving something to Krishna. But that is not enough. When Krishna comes, he teaches this principle of sacrifice, which is the foundation of love. Without sacrifice, there is no love. You think of any love, Whether it is ordinary love, father love, mother love, they sacrifice so many things. Especially in India, you can see that. In America and other Western countries, there is no sacrifice. They give birth to the child and they can just abandon. They don't have to send them to school. Government will take care. After some number of years, they'll say, you get out. I have my own life. My happiness is important for me. My career growth is important for me. But you see in India, people sacrifice their life. People resign from the job to take care of the children. They come back from the office and still cook for the children. They prioritize the welfare of the children over their own health, their own progress. I know one devotee whose mother was working in some bank. So when you work for some company, you have to keep getting transferred and you have to take a promotion. When you take promotion, you get more responsibility, more salary. So when the promotion was offered to that mother, she denied. Because if I take that promotion, two things will happen. One is that she has to go to some other city because that is where that promotion role is available. Second thing is you have to work more. So she said, no, I want to spend time for my child. I want to take care of my child. Teach my child. So I don't want promotion. See, someone is sacrificing the career growth. Somebody is sacrificing. We have seen many times at home, the father, mother, they are sick. Mother has got fever, but still cooking for the children. So this sacrifice is the foundation of love. In other one, okay, I'll just give money. That is also sacrifice, but it is not pinching you. It is not paining you. I have 1 crore rupees. In that, I'll give you 1,000 rupees for that. So it is not biting you. It is not pinching you. It is not paining you. Without any feel, you are doing it. That's great. Krishna appreciates that. But that is not enough. That's not enough. That's why the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita is Sarva dharman parityajam mamekam sharanam vraja. Are you ready to sacrifice everything for me? That point you should come. Like Vasudeva, his life is in danger. If he goes out of the jail, immediately the doorkeepers will finish him off. But even then Krishna is telling you, take me there. He is capable of going on his own, but he wants Vasudeva to take. Will you sacrifice something for me? Will you sacrifice? Prabhupada was trying so much in India to spread Krishna consciousness. 35 years he tried. 35 years, not some small job. We will lose our enthusiasm and get into depression for not getting any result for 35 years. So Krishna was not giving any result. He'll test the sacrifice of his devotees. Go to America, do all the hippies and so much sacrifice. Prabhupada is cooking for those people. He's washing the plate of those hippies. So many things. Just imagine how much of sacrifice someone has to demonstrate to love Krishna. It is not that, oh, I have a desire. As I said, I want to become famous. I want to earn money. I want to buy car. I want to do all those things. So I need God for that. So God should, in my Leela, God should play part. So this is the general understanding. But what Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Krishna teaches is that it is not like that. In original Bible, there is one instance where the Lord asks one of his followers to sacrifice his son. To sacrifice his son. He's asking that you sacrifice your son for me. In Islam, we see this festival of Bakrid. That you sacrifice. There also, somebody sacrificed his son or something like that. So in every religion, this idea of God demanding your sacrifice is there. So this is very disturbing. General idea is what? God is supposed to give protection. God is my protector. But when God is asking that you sacrifice either yourself or your son or whatever it is appearing like God is not a protector, is a destroyer. God is supposed to protect me, protect my son, protect my wife, protect my daughter. But here God is asking you, sacrifice your son for me. So it is very disturbing, very difficult to understand how God can behave like this. How God can behave like this. And when the devotee in that biblical story, when he was about to sacrifice, God says, no need to sacrifice. I was just testing your dedication. I want to know whether you love me that much or not. And there are so many stories in India we have seen in our scripture. So many people are asked to sacrifice so many things to demonstrate their love. In the story of Harishchandra, Satya Harishchandra. So he was asked, sacrifice your son or sacrifice your wife. She was not able to pay some money to bury the child. And he said, no, I cannot allow. I'm your servant here. So she was about to get sacrificed. Then Lord Shiva comes and stops. Now you are successful in your devotion. So we should understand this. The normal so-called Hindu religious idea of God and religion is that what I want to do, sense gratification, and God should facilitate my sense gratification. God should help me in my leela, in my plan. But actually Srimad Bhagavatam says, Dharma projita kaitavotra parama nirmatsaranam. Such kind of cheap religion is kicked out. To establish the highest religion, Krishna appears. Krishna appears and he shows what is a real dharma. The real dharma is to give everything to Lord Krishna for his pleasure and to give up everything. And the highest example is gopis of Vrindavan. So why the gopis are considered as the topmost devotees? When Krishna on the bank of Yamuna, Vamshi Vatatatastitaha Karshan Venuswanair Gopihi, he was playing the flute, and the Gopikas, the damsels of Vrindavan, in the midnight, they left their home and they came. It's very disturbing. Their family, they were trying to stop. What are you doing? Where are you going? No, Krishna is playing flute. We want to go to Krishna. No, you cannot go. If you go, you are not allowed. Once again, you cannot come back to home. See, they were getting ostracized from their family life. They gave up that. In the Yajnapatni's case, Krishna's friends came and told those Brahmanas, we are very hungry, Krishna is hungry, Balaram is hungry, please give some food. And those Yagnika Brahmanas, they said, no, we cannot give. But the wives of those Brahmanas, they immediately pack up everything and they also went. And those Brahmanas tried to stop. You cannot go. If you go, you are not allowed back. They said, no problem. They came to Krishna. So this idea of giving up, sacrificing, the life of sacrifice is the topmost. So many people can give so many things. But giving one's own life to God is the topmost. And that spirit that Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam establishes. That is the topmost, that is the highest. That's why you see, Krishna is asking, go and ask the Dadichi to give his backbone. What do you mean by giving backbone means what? You have to give your life. After that, he is not going to be alive. Dadichi has to give his backbone so that Indra can make Vajrayudha, so that the demon Vritrasura can be killed. So that means what is God demanding? The God is demanding that Dadichi Muni should die by giving his backbone. Will he give? Let him demonstrate that sacrifice. Arjuna has to sacrifice. And he sacrificed his own son Abhimanyu in the war. Just see this. So this is the pure bhakti, pure devotion. Krishna does not come for sake of fulfilling. Somebody is asking Krishna, give me one job. So Krishna is saying, okay, I come millennium after millennium to give jobs to people, to remove the poverty in your country, or to improve the economy of your country, to make good roads I come. This is a politician's job, not God's job. This is not. Krishna is saying, Dharma samsthapana. I come to establish Dharma and not the nonsense Dharma that people think. That what is that Dharma? I go to God to get something from God, get some job. There's nothing wrong in that, but that is not the end of Dharma. The problem is, there is nothing wrong in asking. Krishna is happy if you ask. In fact, he is telling Prahlad Maharaj, you ask whatever you want. So there is nothing wrong in asking, but if you think that is the highest, that is the last in Dharma, that is the problem. So Krishna teaches through Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, the highest principle of Dharma is to actually go to the point of sacrificing yourself in love for Krishna. And that's what we see. Vasudeva was ready for it. Dadichi is ready for it. Everybody is ready. Arjuna is ready. So when we actually understand this, then you understand how God works. How does God work? God works through devotees who are ready to sacrifice. Through them, Krishna works. That's how Krishna works. He doesn't work. He's all capable. He's all powerful. But he knows that this devotee can sacrifice for me. But he wants to show to the whole world. See, look at these devotees. Look at my gopis of Vrindavan. Look at Arjuna. Look at Vasudeva. Look at Devaki. See all these people. For me, they are ready to take any risk in their life. Are you ready to take risk for Krishna? Are you ready to sacrifice your life for Krishna? Like Pandavas. How much they were taking risk for Krishna. How much they were ready to sacrifice everything for Krishna. So when we understand this, then you can very meaningfully, you welcome and celebrate the appearance of the Lord. Otherwise, we are thinking, oh, God is coming. I already have one list of desire, what to ask from Krishna. Krishna, give me one job. Give me dhanam dehi, putram dehi. Give me one good wife. Give me one good husband. Give me this, give me that. This is a very, very cheap and very misunderstood idea of God's appearance. When God is appearing, sambhavami yuge yuge. I appear, I come. For what? To accept your sacrifice. To demonstrate your love to the whole world. Otherwise, Prabhupada says in purport, God need not do all these things directly. Some is agents, and his greatest agent is Durga Devi. Maya hiyasya bhuvanani bhibarti Durga ichchanarupama piyasya chacheshta tesa ichcha. Simply by desiring, Durga Devi will kill all the demons and she will take care of everything. Krishna doesn't require he has to come and do. He comes to establish the pure religion and the religion of sacrifice. Taking risk for God, loving God like Arjuna, like Vasudeva, like Prabhupada. How much risk Prabhupada took. At the age of 70 is the age for you to retire. Your body is no more working. You don't have good strength in your body. There's no energy left. Your eyes, you can't see properly. You see, many times when Prabhupada gives classes, he'll be coughing in between. So much coughing because when you're old, it's so difficult to even talk. But Prabhupada is taking so much risk. Prabhupada went to Sumati, Mrs. Sumati, and said, please sponsor my ticket to America. And she said, Swamiji, it's a very cold country. You're an old man. You cannot survive there. It's so cold. He said, it's fine. I have to go. My Guru has given me the order. See how much risk they are taking for Krishna. It is safe to be in India, to be in Vrindavan. But see the risk for what? For Krishna, for his Guru's mission. Are we ready to take risk like that? Then you are meaningfully celebrating Janmashtami. Are we taking such risk like Prabhupada? What is the risk he's taking? Old man, 2 heart attack. And that captain is saying, Swamiji, let's go back. I will take the ship so that you can be safe in India. He's saying, no, let's go ahead. And then Prabhupada reaches America. He does not know anybody. He doesn't have any supporter. He doesn't have any money. And Prabhupada writes in his diary, every day morning we are reading his diary, Jaladuta diary. So Prabhupada carried this aloo, potato, some 2-3 bags of aloo. You know why? He said that if I don't get any food, I'll just eat potato and I'll be there. Are we ready like that? If I don't get breakfast, if I don't get lunch, if I don't get dinner, I say, thank you, Hare Krishna, I'm going back to my home. And Prabhupada is saying, I am ready to eat just potato and survive in America. For what? Just to spread Krishna Bhakti, Sankirtana. This is what Krishna is trying to establish, Dharma Samstapana. And Prabhupada writes in his diary that the year 1965, when he reached America, one of the worst winter it was. It is recorded. It was so cold that it was snowing like anything. And Prabhupada did not have any winter clothes. Can you imagine? The New York drops to minus in the winter. Minus. And in that minus, old man is living without winter clothes, proper winter clothes. Why? This is the love. This is called love. What can you give up? Prabhupada was giving up his safety. Prabhupada was giving up his comfort. In India, Prabhupada had access to Prime Minister office. Anytime he can walk into Prime Minister's office. That is the kind of stature he had. He gave up all that and he goes to a place where nobody knows him. Nobody takes him seriously. Here Prime Minister is taking him seriously. Radha Krishna, the President of India, has access. Morarji Desai, he has got some access. Whoever was a Prime Minister, I think Lal Bahadur Shastri or somebody, he had access to them. So like this, Prabhupada had access to all Prime Minister, President. Governor is coming to Radha Damodar temple for some festival. So Prabhupada knows that is his network in India. He left all that and he goes to America where nobody knows him. Will we do like that? Will you give up your prestige, your comfort, your health? Like Arjuna, in the end of Mahabharata war. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, shoot arrow and kill Karna. Then Arjuna is saying, oh, this is not Yuddha Niti. In Yuddha, you cannot attack somebody when they are not ready. He doesn't have a chariot. He doesn't have chariot driver. He doesn't have arrow. He doesn't have bow. And he's also busy. So Krishna is checking Arjuna. Do you want name fame? Oh, Arjuna, see what kind of Arjuna is. He attacked Karna like this. So bad name will come. So will you listen to me, what I say? So are we ready to take Krishna's words so seriously? If we understand this, you have understood why Krishna appears. So that you can become part of that Krishna's such plans. Otherwise, other way around. What is that? Okay, Krishna is coming. So today he will bring some gift for me. There is one festival, no? What is that? Some saint, some Santa Claus, he'll bring gift for everybody. So we are waiting like that. God is coming. So today is Janmashtami, Ram Navami. So God will bring something for me. So we want God to bring something for us. There's nothing wrong. But if we think that is the end of bhakti, that is so foolish. If you think God is coming, what can I give for Krishna? Simple. Do upavas. Simple. What can you give? Oh, Krishnashtami today. Chappan bhog will be there. Nicely मैं खाऊंगा सब कुछ. See, this is one thinking. Another thinking is, Krishna is coming. What can I give to Krishna? At least let me give some tapasya, austerity to Krishna. At least upavas are we ready to do? That also people find it, oh, upavas I should do. Why should I do upavas? See how much ego we have got. What are we ready to give up for Krishna? Krishna is saying, bring patram pushpam phalam toyam. Do some seva. No, I don't want to give anything to Krishna. I want everything from Krishna. This is not the way God works. So Krishna works through his devotees, especially those who can sacrifice. So if the aspect of sacrifice, if you capture this lesson, then you have truly understood the spirit of Janmashtami, why Lord Krishna comes. So on this occasion of Janmashtami celebration, festival, we should all pray to Krishna very sincerely. Krishna, please inspire in my heart to sacrifice everything for your seva, for your plan, for your mission. Let me take inspiration from Prabhupada or many other acharyas and many other great devotees who sacrificed for your plan, for your pleasure. Then this is called purpose above the pleasure. What is that? Purpose above the pleasure. You should know what is the purpose of your relationship with God. If the purpose of your relationship with Krishna is your own pleasure, oh, my own pleasure should increase, then that is very materialistic. If your purpose is that Krishna should be happy, then that purpose is above your pleasure. Exactly like parents. They keep their children growth above their own pleasure. That's why it is a glorified relationship. That is why that divinity is given to that relationship. Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava. Why? Because they sacrifice. They prioritize the children welfare above their own pleasure. That's why the divinity is given. So that divine bhakti, if you want to develop, then Krishna's mission, Krishna's plan should be above our pleasure. And that will be the real celebration of Janmashtami with this knowledge. So with this we'll stop here. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Janmashtami Maha Mahotsav ki, Nitaya Gaur Premanande.